Chiefs Kingdom, welcome back to All Chiefed Up. We're back with another podcast for that ass. And today we got some breaking news. Jets defensive tackle Quinnen Williams has signed, according to Tom Pelissero, to a 4-year, $96 million mega deal. Does that mean Chris Jones' contract is coming soon, Steve? Let's talk about it.
Before we talk about the Chris Jones extension, make sure to hit that sub button if you haven't already. 95% of viewers are not subscribed. Help your boys out. Hit that button. Hit the like button to get this out to more Chiefs fans. Mike, the next domino to fall is Chris Jones signing that extension with the Chiefs, and then D-Hop's coming in.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it's going to work.
That's what's happening, baby.
We already know. So first and foremost, Dexter Lawrence signed in the offseason. He agreed to a 4-year, $90 million extension. We looked at their numbers last night. He had like 30-some tackles, 11 and a half, 12 sacks. Quinnen Williams was right there with him. Now he's signed for 4 years, $96 million. So he went up $6 million. If you take those numbers, he's still off from Aaron Donald, obviously, but Chris Jones has to be sitting right in the middle. So we got a starting point. $96 million for 4 years. I think Chris Jones, as we've been saying, is every bit of worth 100 to 110, somewhere in that range for a 4-year deal. Is that what they're debating over? And was this the last thing, the last domino to fall? Or are they debating over the years? You think that's something that they're doing with Veach?
I think they already know what they want to do with Chris Jones. I think they've been waiting to see where that money is going to be at. Because like we've been saying, it's going to fall comfortably between Quinnen Williams and Aaron Donald. And now they know where that number's at, so they're going to go ahead and get this thing done. We got camp starting here in like 5 days. We said it would be right at the beginning of camp or maybe a little after camp starts.
Yep.
So the timeline's correct. So right now, Quinnen Williams has signed. They know what Chris Jones is going to sign for. And then D-Hop's coming to Kansas City. That's just 1, 2, and 3.
Right. Well, when I woke up today, I was looking. I went straight to Twitter. I said, did Chris Jones sign, baby? No, the next best thing, Quinnen Williams is out of the way now.
Right.
So this is what we were waiting for. It's got to be happening soon. It wouldn't surprise me if it don't come within the next week. Everybody reports on the 18th. Not everybody. When I say everybody, I mean rookies and quarterbacks. But then everybody reports. So Chris Jones is going to get this done pretty soon. Chiefs Kingdom's going to get to wrap this up, put it behind us. He's going to be a lifer. He was at the ESPYs last night. He looked like he was super happy to be a Chief. He likes where he's at. Brett Veach is going to get it done. And it says Williams gets a $66 million in guarantees. That was negotiated by his agent, Nicole Lynn. Nicole Lynn, good job, because I don't know if Quinnen Williams is actually worth that amount of money, but he got it. $66 million in guarantees.
A mega deal.
What do you think Chris Jones, what are they going to call his? Because it's not going to be mega deal. It's going to be like a super mega deal. Like, this guy's going to blow the roof off.
He's going to get paid, man. And was it just me, or was he nervous last night talking at the ESPYs? Or was he nervous or emotional? One of the two.
Maybe he was emotional.
There was a little quiver in his voice, and it reminds me of like if I'm talking in front of a big group of people and my anxiety gets up, maybe. Like you kind of have that voice shake. I heard it with Chris Jones. But either way, he sounded like he wanted to be a Chief. He loves being a Chief, and he's going to be a Chief for life. He's already said that before. I don't think he has any intentions of going anywhere else. It's just they were trying to figure out how much money's fair for Chris Jones. Now we have that. We know it's somewhere between the $96 million and then the $30-some million a year that Aaron Donald's making.
Yeah,
it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
Right, let's get it done. Moving on, speaking of ESPYs, the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes enjoyed a big night at the 2023 ESPY, Steve. They racked up. Patrick Mahomes won the best NFL player. That was obvious.
Yes, sir.
We talked about that last night on our live stream. This should just be called the Patrick Mahomes Award until he retires.
So surprised about that one.
Right. He also won the best male athlete. We thought that they may try to snake that from him, give it to somebody like Lionel Messi, but they did not. Patrick Mahomes wins best male athlete. And then we thought the Chiefs would have trouble winning this over the hockey team, the Golden Knights, and different things. You know how ESPN
the Denver
is.
Nuggets.
But they did not. The Chiefs won the best team according to the ESPYs. Pretty awesome feat. This pretty much puts a cap on an entire year that haters just have to be in their feels over this, man. They can't get away from the Chiefs. From the Netflix show to Patrick Mahomes sweeping every award to winning golf tournaments, they can't get rid of the Arrowhead pride, the great Red Sea. It's encompassing the world, Stephen.
What a clean sweep, baby. It's just been a year of nothing but winning. We've said it before. They're a bunch of little Charlie Sheens out there. They're just winning. That's what they're doing. They got that Tiger's blood inside of them, baby. Yeah. They're out there winning everything. It's amazing to watch, man. Being, a Chiefs fan for so long and knowing how irrelevant you felt and how irrelevant the team felt at times when you're winning 2 games in a season, and you were kind of the joke. You're like the butt of every joke, or why do you like the Chiefs? They suck.
Right.
And then now all of a sudden,
heard that
it's just
so
like,
much growing up, man. Why do y'all like the Chiefs? They suck.
It's just they're winning everything. The script has flipped, and now it's everyone's sick of the Chiefs because the Chiefs are just winning too much. And you know who's not sick of it? Me. This guy right here, and
we're not sick.
You watching, you're not sick of it either. And we're going to keep loving it for years to come.
Hey, I think all Chiefs players, all Chiefs fans, we need to get a Bluetooth speaker, a Beats pill maybe, put it into our pocket, and everywhere we go, just play DJ Khaled. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Every time. We need the intro music, Steve. And let's move it.
That time's yours.
The time is yours, Chiefs Kingdom. So let's see what you guys had to say on our last video drop.
Right. Anyone that sends DMs says Semper Fi Archer. And then post them to social media is a troll. Don't feed the trolls. Steve, this was all about Kadarius Toney. We posted that Kadarius Toney's in trouble. By Kadarius Toney's in trouble, we didn't say he's in trouble with the league. We said he might be in trouble with Andy Reid, a little hot water. Maybe a little fans have some problem with it. And maybe since it's the offseason, this could get blown up out of proportion, though. A lot of Chiefs Kingdom like this, they agree, man. This is just a troll, and Kadarius Toney probably shouldn't have bought into it.
Right. Well, I mean, that's just something that he's got to learn to do now that he's at a team that gets a lot of spotlight. When you're coming from the New York Giants, you don't worry about that kind of thing. But when you're playing for the Kansas City Chiefs, everything you do is under a microscope.
Even with the New York media, though. That's a tough media. But they're just so irrelevant, nobody cares.
The Chiefs are under a giant microscope right now. It doesn't matter what they do. You have the media out there trying to tear this team down. You have a dynasty. You're in the middle of a dynasty. People, we just talked about this, man. People are absolutely sick of the Chiefs winning everything. It don't matter if it's golf, freaking ESPYs, whatever it is, the Chiefs are winning. And people are tired of it.
They're going to
look for ways. They're going to look for ways to bring this team down the same way Florio was so worried about Chris Jones and Patrick Mahomes' pocketbooks. It's all the same thing, man. But dude, yeah, he's got to learn how to ignore that kind of stuff.
He needs some slap nut repellent. We got to send him out some slap nuts repellent. Moving along, Nikki M6571, who is a member of the ACU crew, she said that was a really mean thing to say, though. If Kadarius Toney thinks she's fat, what does he think of Andy? You know, Nikki, that is, people fat shame people a lot. That's not, that's accepted in society, whereas nothing else is. And I do kind of think it's kind of rude. He probably shouldn't be so rude. What does Andy think? Andy's an overweight guy. I probably struggle with weight. Andy doesn't want to coach a guy who thinks that he's fat and he doesn't have any opinions. Kadarius Toney, don't be so mean. I'm with Nikki.
Andy doesn't care.
He's eating cheeseburgers.
Andy's one of those guys that accepted his fatness a long time ago, and he loves it and lives it, and it encompasses Andy, right? This is part of him. Like, he's the big guy that loves cheeseburgers. Everybody loves this man. No one cares. I think people got to quit being so sensitive about things.
Right.
I mean, if someone wants to say something stupid, it's third grade stuff, right? Who cares?
Hey.
You learn way back then. Who cares what they have to say? It doesn't matter.
Haters are going to hate. Use it to motivate. If they call you fat, look in the mirror. You might be fat, but use it for motivation. And if you love yourself, go on with it. And if you don't, use it for motivation to lose some weight. Let's move on. Gerard, thank you, Mike and Steve, for keeping it real. Thank you, Gerard, for sending a nice message.
And for being a member of the ACU crew. And if you guys are not a member of the ACU crew, hit that join button and start doing that. It's $4.99 a month.
The ACU crew. That's a tough, say that 10 times fast.
I said
right. Macaberry, I love you guys. Best Chiefs YouTube channel. Thanks, Macaberry. I know you guys are never wrong. Thanks, Macaberry. Except when you are. Oh, Macaberry. How dare you bait and switch like that. But you're right. We're not wrong a lot, but when we are, we are.
Macaberry.
No,
that name cracks me up.
We're not always right? We're not.
No. Gosh, we have a bunch of terrible opinions. We'll stand by them. You know, we'll die on that hill.
Right.
Like, I'll die on the D-Hop's coming to Kansas City hill. But if he doesn't do it, then I don't care.
Steve, what was another one? Another one was we need to get D-Hop because he's going to help our guys develop a little bit. Let's help them develop. Everybody says you're crazy. Nick Wright told us that will hinder development. Spoiler alert. Chiefs Wire says Chiefs rookie Rasheed Rice could benefit from the Hopkins signing, Steve. They basically said exactly.
They're coming around, baby. They're coming around.
They said exactly what we said. Look at this. You can pause it and read it. I'm not going to do it. But yeah, exactly what we said. It gets old, but that's the way it is, Maccaberry. We appreciate you. Moving along, Waddles 24. After the 15th time hearing y'all say it, I finally subscribed. Hey, better late than never, Waddles.
Well, it's about damn time. We're trying to get to 20K subs before the end of this coming season, and we need all of you guys to hit that subscribe button if you're watching, baby.
Right. Hey, guess who's back?
Oh,
back
brother,
again.
this guy
Keith
stinks.
Wingfield.
Wingnut.
Wingstop is back. This time he took it from YouTube, Steve. He took it to Facebook. He stalked us on Facebook. He says, no, he isn't Kadarius Toney. Okay. Clickbait. People don't know what clickbait means, by the way. That's just a funny thing. There's no clickbait. We said he's under fire for his tweets. Is he not? Like, where have you been, Wingnut?
And then, not only did we put that in the title and the thumbnail, but we also talked about it almost instantly in the video. This is the opposite of clickbait, Wingnut. Maybe you should learn that.
Instantly. He said that nobody's talking about it. Wait, look at this. Lance from The Spoken. KT's voicemails are all over national shows today. To the folks that scoff and say, it's just July. I guess y'all forgot who Andy Reid is and how he doesn't like this type of distraction at any time of the year, let alone during the slowest month of the sports year. Because people are going to jump. Media's going to jump. They want to take down the dynasty. Wingnut. Right. But I think Wingnut was so mad. Oh, Wingstop over here. He was so mad. So angry. I think he was the guy that hacked Kadarius Toney because Kadarius Toney was saying some stuff like, pull up. Look at this comment. Oh, under fire from that get their feelings hurt in their DMs. The only people talking about it can't find nothing else to report on. Pull up anytime you name calling beep. Hey, he just called us 3 names, called us a name calling beep.
Dude.
And then he quoted Kadarius Toney straight up. This guy may have hacked Kadarius Toney.
Mike, Buffalo Wild Wings hacked Kadarius Toney. We figured it out. And then he tried to hack him again after we made him mad. He went and did it again. See, Tony wasn't joking. Tony wasn't trolling. Somebody was hacking his stuff.
He said somebody tried to hack him again
today.
Buffalo
Wings and Rings over here trying to hack his stuff.
It was Wingstop over here. Come on, Rick Ross. Get it together, Steve. I'm going to throw it up to you. Here we go. Alley-oop.
Alley-oop. And
boom, shakalaka. Get on out of here, Wingstop.
You got dunked on.
That time's yours.
Steve, we got another story coming out from Chiefs Wire. They said Travis Kelce still isn't the consensus top tight end in ESPN's annual list.
I know why.
It says, what? Wait. Why?
I know why.
What do you know?
Because they have slapnuts around there trying to make decisions. There's always going to be the slapnuts of the world.
They're slapnutting over there. It says every year ESPN rolls out an off-season position-by-position ranking of the NFL's best players. It's a group of more than 80 league execs, coaches, scouts, and players. This must have been one of the same execs that said Chris Jones was overinflated. We know who it is. It's AFC West. It's all the haters. It's the Bengals out there. This is what they did, Steve. He is the highest ranking, number 1. Lowest ranking was number 3. Last year's ranking was number 2. But the story says this. The ranking raises 2 questions, Steve. Which of these league execs, coaches, scouts, and players think Kelce should be ranked 3rd, presumably behind who? The same people, Mark Andrews,
George Kittle.
And George Kittle, the guy that can't stay on the field and the guy that has a running back at quarterback. Okay, here we go. And if so, which 2 tight ends should be ranked above them? Well, we just said it, so we answered one question there for you guys. Number 2, I don't know why any exec what does Travis Kelce have to do? He could physically put up 7,000 yards and 29,000 touchdowns this year, and they'd be like, George Kittle's a better blocker.
It does not matter what Travis Kelce does. These guys obviously do not like Travis Kelce.
Right.
It's like a personal vendetta. Like they will refuse to say that he's the best, even though he is. He could go out and set every NFL record in 5 games next year, and they still would say, George Kittle's a better blocker. Like
anybody that tells me George
trash.
Kittle's a better tight end than Travis Kelce,
You're
I want
an
to
idiot.
backhand him.
You're dumb. You're stupid.
You don't know anything about football. Hush it, zip it, log off, go to bed, you're out. Steve, Chiefs Wire, another one. A certain Chiefs superfan was the punchline of some not-so-funny jokes in Pat McAfee's opening monologue at 2023 ESPYs. Guys, Chiefs Wire, lighten up a little
baby.
bit. Pat
Come
McAfee killed it, as Pat McAfee always does.
It was good. It was funny. It is
good.
funny. There's nothing not funny about that. The fact that there's a guy that was a super fan that went to every Chiefs game in a wolf costume, and come to find out this guy's robbing freaking banks throughout the United States, John Dillinger style, just to get to these games. That's freaking funny.
This is insane.
Like, it'd be different if he went on like a killing spree. Then we'd talk about how you shouldn't joke about it. But
right.
No one got hurt.
On.
He got caught. He's where he should be. Lighten up.
Lighten up. Let's hear what McAfee had to say.
There's a man who would put a wolf mask on and actually go into banks with a gun and rob them for money so that he can watch these two. So next time you're thinking about that little left-handed shot put thing, and you're thinking about the whole, and we're down 30, and now we're winning and making the most must-watch games of all time, think about the bank tellers, Pat. Okay? Think about them. You might win the Walter Payton Man of the Year if you just decide to suck next year and not terrorize all these cities.
Dude, Walter Payton Man of the Year, Patrick, if you just decide to suck. That's what everybody wants. They want the Chiefs to decide to suck, Steve.
How can you not laugh at that? Like, who watches that and gets angry? Like, that was a bad taste.
Yeah, come on.
Like,
lighten up. Do you and Joe Burrow study for the SAT on Saturday nights now that you've graduated everything? Like, can we get a little fun in it? What is the deal with Chiefs Kingdom not having a funny bone, Steve?
I don't know if that was funny or not. We'll just wait and see how it plays out.
Yeah. Pat McAfee. He didn't wear socks. Come on. Okay, here we go. I found this one, Steve. The 33rd team says the most passionate fan bases. And last night, this is via Chat GPT, by the way, before I put the graphic back up. Last night, Patrick Mahomes accepted an award, and he said Chiefs Kingdom was the best fan base out there. And we happen to agree. They're a little delusional at times. They repeat what 5 people say all the time. But they love their Chiefs, baby. They love their Chiefs. And here's what they rated them. Chat GPT says we are the 3rd rated. They put us behind the Steelers and Packers. You know what? I'm content with this because the Pack.
I'm not.
I mean, come on. The Pack and the Steelers, they've got a lot of Super Bowls. I'll be fine with number 3. It's
wrong, though. It's dead wrong.
Would you wear a piece of cheese on your head?
It's wrong.
You got to be dedicated if you want to put a stinky, moldy piece of cheese on your head and just go set in the below zero.
When you're in the playoffs and you have to play a road game, do you think anyone fears going to play the Steelers? People don't fear going to Lambeau except for the weather's cold.
Dude, they do fear Lambeau.
People fear Kansas City because of Arrowhead and its fans and how loud it is. That's what they fear.
When we made John Elway cry to the officials and they said, be quiet. I'm surprised Burrow's not pulled that one out. Or Josh Allen, the wine bag that is Josh Allen.
Bunch of sissies.
I'm surprised. Here we go. We got one more graphic to throw up. I thought this was a good one. CBS Sports throws out Justin Jefferson's top 5 QBs. This is coming out on the heels of the Netflix quarterback series, Steve, where they're following around Mariota, who is obviously the scrub of the group. We don't know why they picked Mariota, presumably because he was maybe going to revive his career in a new spot. It's not working out very well for him. We got Kirk Cousins, good guy. But then you got Patrick Mahomes carrying the show. But they asked Justin Jefferson, who's your top 5 QBs? He says Mahomes 1, Rodgers 2, Burrow 3, Jalen Hurts 4, Josh Allen 5. And they're making a big deal because he didn't put his own quarterback on the list. You know what? I respect Justin Jefferson for that because they didn't say lie to everyone and take up for your crappy quarterback. He actually told the truth. When you get people like Jamar Chase acting stupid saying, Pat who? You look like an idiot with egg on your face. When you get those people like, well, my quarterback's the best in the league, it sounds good for the clip, but you sound like an idiot. And I respect Justin Jefferson. There's a nothing burger here. Jefferson told the truth, Steve.
Right. Well, I mean, ask Kirk Cousins who the top 5 quarterbacks is in the league, and he's not going to say himself because he's a sensible, knowledgeable man. He's not just going to lie to your face. So, I mean, this is nothing. I'm glad somebody just actually did what they were supposed to do when someone asked them a question, and they weren't out there trying to make, headlines in the media looking like a Mr. Potato Head.
That's exactly what I think, man. I respect Justin Jefferson. If he wants to put a Chiefs uniform on, demand a trade from the Vikings, and say, hey, you guys might need a running back. Let's trade Clyde Edwards-Helaire straight up for Justin Jefferson. I'm down. I don't know why the Minnesota Vikings wouldn't be down. That's a killer deal.
Right. I mean,
that's a killer.
That's one of the best first-round picks ever with Clyde, right?
That's one of the, like, he may be the last first-round running back that has been so successful. Moving on. This is the last thing we're going to talk about. I'm a sucker. I like to go on and look for Chiefs concept uniforms. Do you guys do that? Is that something you do? I hate a lot of them. And I was torn on these, Steve. I was torn on them. I want to let you decide. I want to let Chiefs Kingdom decide. And I want you guys to put it in the comments below. This is the actual, I don't know why you're laughing, but this is the actual. What is wrong with you? Here we go. What?
You pulled a Donald Trump. You're like,
Did I pull a Trump?
You ever seen the meme where he's just like,
he's like,
no. Yeah, that you did that.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
This could be the greatest uniform ever designed. Here we go. What do you think about it?
Ugly.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Hey, look at me. Do you see me over here to the side, Steven?
Yeah, I see it, man.
Let's look at each other.
It's hideous.
I don't like it. What don't you like about this uniform?
The gold and the logo.
Okay, yes.
Just does not look good. As far as the rest of the uniform, it's just
the gold pants look
it's
horrible.
a McDonald's uniform, right?
Right. This looks like Ronald McDonald made it. But I will tell you this. Even though you said the gold and the logo on the helmet's kind of fire right here. I'll take it. If you'll take the gold out of the Chiefs logo, put it back to white, I may be down for it.
Yeah. Well,
but
it's
at the
just
same
a helmet
time,
at that point.
There's just no different.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Yeah, not a fan. Let us know in the comments what you think. Ted Hyman Images. Hey, congrats. I would think you should go back to the drawing board here. Let's do something a little better, a little more original with the Chiefs. Come back at us. We'll review the next one. But with that, Steve, we're done. So you guys watch this video that YouTube thinks you're going to love. Thanks for subscribing, clicking that bell. Ding, ding, ding.
Aside from my soul.